It's 24/7 feel-good podcast in your ear. You're listening to The Dean Edwards Show, exclusively on the Digital Podcast Network. And now, here's your boy, Dean Edwards.
Yo, what's the deal? It's your man, Dean Edwards. Welcome to another episode of the Dean Edwards Show on the Digital Podcast Network. I'm Dean Edwards, obviously. And with me, as always, I have my partners in crime, Venus DeMilo Thomas. How you doing, girl?
Hey.
And Iris Almario.
Hola, ¿cómo está, gente?
I'm telling y'all, we gonna be bilingual by the end of this ride here with the Dean Edwards Show, man.
Right?
Now, y'all, I have to apologize because my energy might be a little lower, as you can tell.
What's wrong? What happened?
Yeah, my wife and I, we've been together a long time, so you do everything you can to spark up, the love.
Yeah, but sex doesn't have to be so hard. No pun intended.
Actually, it does. Hey-o, pal, singing.
Listen, you guys are going to love this because we actually have a special guest today.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, relationship expert, Tania Gunadi.
Oh, Tanya's here!
Yo!
Yes, Tania's in the house. Hey.
I need to spice it up.
Yes.
I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to it because Tania, his was beautiful. Tanya's been reading this book from Amazon called 101 Nights of Great Sex by Laura Korn, and I'm actually excited because listening to her reviews and her feedback is always amazing. So you know what? We preparing y'all for something spectacular on this particular episode, man. I just realized, are we going right into it? You wanted a break. I'm sorry. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. And the reason I say that, man, is because, listen, my wife and I, we've been together since forever. We've been together a long time. And so do you both feel like when you're in a relationship that there's sort of a ceiling where you hit a point where you gotta actually like spice things up?
Yeah, you got valleys and you got plateaus.
Okay.
Let me tell you got some plateaus and they can last a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to figure that out, man.
Right.
I mean, you can't get caught up because it's like it's hard out there in the world. And if you got
hard
something
out there.
hey,
You got to make an effort because if you don't make an effort, somebody else will.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
You got to spice it up. We got to figure out how to do it. Tanya can tell us though.
That's right.
Tanya's gonna tell us.
Can't wait to hear what Tanya
How
got
to
to
make
say.
it happen,
That
right?
sounds like a
keep it.
T-shirt. Tanya, go and tell us.
Tanya, tell us, please.
Have either of you ever experienced that where the thrill is gone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And was it from your perspective or from your partner's perspective?
It's a joint effort.
Dig it.
And my parents, they always say 80-20. You give 80%, you expect 20%, and then you add all of that up, and then you guys got a whole relationship. But if each of you is at least giving 80%, then you're doing all right.
Okay.
But when you drop down, then we got problems. You know?
At the beginning, it's all nice, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody's giving their 80%.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And later on, you get comfortable.
Yeah.
You get comfortable. Or
Yeah.
lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy,
Yeah. It's
complacent.
easy.
I got a headache.
But
Yeah.
but you got to make it fun. You got to keep it happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I know somebody fun though.
Who's fun?
Tanya.
Tanya is fun. Tanya's quite fun.
Yes,
Tanya has a particular energy which we all are looking forward to.
Yes.
We're gonna play around and you know what? I don't want to dive into it, so let's take a quick break real quick. And then we'll be back. This is the Dean Edwards Show. We're coming back. It's myself, Venus, Iris, and we're bringing on Tania Gunadi. She about to talk to y'all about 101 Nights of Great Sex. Why 101? Can it just be like 3?
Give me 108. I need a few more.
That's a lot. We'll be right back. This is the Dean Edwards Show on the Digital Podcast Network.
This is Mr. Know-It-All, Reggie Watkins from Brothers on Football Podcast. If you love the NFL the way I do, and you want to hear expert analysis from a black man's point of view, you got to check out Brothers on Football, exclusively on the Digital Podcast Network.
Welcome back. What's up, man? It's Dean Edwards on the Dean Edwards Show, man.
Yeah.
And like we said to y'all, myself, Venus, and Iris, we have a special guest. She is our love and relationships expert. Please make some love and show some love and round of applause to my girl, Tania Gunadi.
Yes.
Tanya.
Dean,
What's up, girl? What's up with you? How you doing?
Well, tired.
Okay. All right.
Why are you guys laughing? Maybe I'm tired from working.
I don't believe it because I don't look. You never look tired. I think you got too much energy for everybody.
I think you guys have dirty minds.
Speak for yourself.
Right?
Well, I overheard that you need some help in the,
Don't be all. Put all that pressure on me. It's all of us. This is information that everyone, including every listener, millions of listeners that are out there listening.
Millions.
Everyone can. Millions. I'm very
Millions.
optimistic. People want and need relationship and love, advice, and information to sort of keep that spark going. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, man. Like I gotta say, like sometimes, especially when you're in a long-term relationship and you have exhausted all the interesting positions.
You know any and everything about it. You know every crevice of each other. You're like, I don't know what else to do.
Right?
And I don't know if you girls agree with me. Sometimes guys, they think that they are the best, in bed. Like they think they know it all.
Well,
but
don't we? No.
Every guy's gonna say that.
But don't you think?
Venus.
Venus
No
got
comment.
quiet.
No comment.
I know guys that think that they're, they've done it all. They know. They know how to please a woman. I mean, it's ego, of course.
But some women also believe that they are awesome.
Yeah.
Until one day, I was browsing on Amazon. Actually, I was looking for like some cleaning supplies. But
Whoa, wait. How did you go from looking for Clorox?
so you can try. I was doing a search on I forgot, I think like a 409 or something. Okay. And these things comes out, numbers, and it says 101 Nights of Great Sex by Laura Korn.
Okay.
So instead of the 409 cleaning, I ended up buying this.
Right.
And when I read it, I mean, they're pretty exciting.
All right.
Can I give you an example?
Yes.
We want you to give
Yes,
an example.
yes.
But real quick, I got to know, did you ever clean whatever you were going to clean up?
Heck no. No. Okay, I'll give you one example that is so fun.
Okay.
You can use your imagination, okay? I won't go into too much details.
Okay.
But basically in the book, what happened is there are 101 pages. And if you are a man, you tear apart one page that says for his eyes only. And if you're a girl, you tear the part that says for her eyes only.
Okay.
Makes
So
sense.
I tore one. It's number 30. It says sheer madness.
Okay.
And when you open it, it says ingredients: 1 pair of sheer to-waist pantyhose in any pattern or texture.
Ooh.
1 pair of scissors.
Whoa. Hold on.
Great.
Hold the roll.
I just thought Lorena Bobbitt got nervous.
One thigh length sweater.
Oh,
Does that sound right?
I have one of those.
Styling sweater.
Keep
Okay,
it coming,
got you.
keep it
Okay,
coming.
okay, I'm
Yeah,
listening.
yeah.
And 1 pair of heels.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
Now, as you can see, I know the audience cannot see because you can only hear,
Right.
but it's really long.
Yeah, it's like a book
That's a lot of
report.
text.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
was
a-
hoping for diagrams and
Yeah.
And that's why it's only 101 nights of great sex because, you really have to prepare it for at least like a day in advance.
Right,
You can't do this every day. You'll be tired, your back,
Right.
you would need acupuncture.
Well, you the one came in saying you were tired, so what have you been up to?
Somebody's doing 2 a day over here.
She said 2 a day.
And Dean, your back is out already, so
Right. Hey,
it's-
I don't know how many of these you can do.
So, okay, I'll just give you a summary on this one. Basically, it's pretty simple. Like, as a woman, you at home you would wear this really ugly sweater that's kind of long, and and you also wear a sheer pantyhose. But the key is you got to make a hole in the pantyhose, in where or wherever you want.
Not the knees.
Right?
Not the knee.
My Spanx already have a hole right there. I mean, now I'm ahead of the game. I don't even need scissors.
And then you pretend that you're about to go somewhere and you're looking for something and you just walk around in front of your lover, boyfriend, whatever, and let him notice that you are not finished, with your full clothing.
Right.
And eventually you pretend that you get frustrated and you say, oh, I think I can feel there's a hole in my pantyhose. I can't find it. Can you help me find it?
Find the hole.
Oh.
And so
I like that game.
You guys game for that,
Right?
So the rest, you can tell the man to sit down and say, can you help me find it? Because I can't go to work, if there's a hole in my pantyhose.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You
so-
don't want that to happen.
Right?
Then you'll know what happened then.
Right.
So you need
Okay.
acting chops too to do this?
Right.
I mean,
You gotta have a little forethought.
And
I like it.
You like
not be shy.
I like it.
So the trick, because as you're describing that, the man in me is saying,
Yeah. What is
okay, all right, I could, because when you first, I'm gonna be honest, when you first said sweater, I was like, that sounds itchy. I want a sweater.
Right.
But I was like, oh, okay, the sheer, okay,
Yeah.
The sheer
hole,
pantyhose
okay, yes,
is the
we get
key.
yes, okay.
They could be fishnet too, though, right?
Oh, well, no, because that's
they don't
gonna
want to
have
cut
a-
the good ones. You can't cut the good pantyhose. You got to cut the ones with the hole already on the side, on the leg.
Yeah,
It is-
that's where you
Don't
got to
let her
make a
run in
trip to
it.
the 99-cent store.
and get you some. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Now, if you want, I mean, I've never opened the guy's one. You can open one for the guy.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Hold
Yeah.
on.
You want to
Oh.
tear one out?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
let
not
me-
like the ladies have the responsibility to,
Right.
keep it alive. The guys do too. You guys need to step up.
Yeah.
You know
Can't
what?
wait to hear what you have to do.
Okay, so here, I've come. There are a couple, and let me know the women that are in the room. It's three to one. So I'm gonna go through.
Oh, gosh.
4 of them, and you tell me which one you prefer me to go to.
Okay.
We can do number 6. Dial D for desire.
I'm scared.
What's the D stand for?
Right?
Dean
Desire.
Edwards podcast. Let's know.
Desire.
Oh, is that what it is?
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Number 7, head or tails.
Oh, gosh.
Yo,
That's
why?
hilarious.
Yo,
Okay.
why these making me laugh? Okay.
I like that one.
Me too.
Head or tails. Look, I'm gonna go in full Denzel. I'm gonna do these in Denzel's voice.
I like it
Ooh,
when
that's
Denzel
nice.
walks
Do
in
it
the
in
room. I love
Denzel.
it.
Number 14 is number 14. Make her tremble.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. I like how I want
With
shout.
I feel like this
Denzel.
could go both ways. Make her, make him,
make him.
Yeah.
And this one is instead of doing it in Denzel's voice, I'm gonna do it in Tracy Morgan's voice. Number 20, bad to the boner. So we got heads or tails, dial D for desire, make her tremble, or bad to the boner. Which one y'all want me to open?
I mean, I love Denzel, so.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I
make her tremble.
Make her
That's
tremble.
what it's all about,
Yeah.
right? How many times can you make me tremble?
Denzel, make her tremble.
Oh
So
my
am I
goodness.
reading this? As I read this?
Well,
Okay.
good luck.
Okay. all
Yeah,
right.
I want to hear the ingredients
okay.
to that.
All right. Ingredients. Okay. Ingredients. Number 1, shower. 1 shower. We got a shower.
Please.
We got 1 shower.
That helps.
1 bottle of in-shower body lotion. Okay.
Okay.
So that means no petroleum jelly.
Right.
KY optional. No.
Oh, gosh.
1 cup of ice cubes.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Would I like it?
Yeah, it'll make you tremble, baby.
Yeah. One strip of cotton gauze, the kind used for
What?
bandages. That's very
I actually
specific.
have some of that.
You have all of these at home. It's
I
going to
got
be
some on my foot right now.
it's going to be a fun night at your
I'm
house.
telling you.
And 3 candles.
Ooh.
Well, y'all sound like the
Yeah,
Destiny's
we
Child
gonna
right
We
start a
there.
like
singing group.
candles, yeah.
And look,
Yeah.
this one, lastly, free bonus. Tease him at 101nights.com/make her tremble. Okay, so I like the cross-reference and promotion of their website. In this, I'm gonna read the beginning of this. It says the most exciting things in the world are at their core about loss of control. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Roller coasters, falling in love, orgasms. They're all thrilling because we can't stop them or steer them. Once they start, we can only go along for the ride and hope we can catch our breath when they're over. I dare you to take your sweetie on an erotic thrill ride this week. You already have the most critical ingredient, a shower. And the rest- is that really the most critical? I can think of a
Well,
I
couple.
love how
we
she
do
dares
like-
you.
Yeah.
These guys are like, yeah, I could do it. I could do it.
I can do
Right?
it. You have a shower? Wait, hold on. have a shower.
Right.
Anyway, if you want the rest of it, man, go to the website, buy the book. 101 Nights of Great Sex by Laura Korn. And you know what? Now, Tanya, you said you have one really big one, a powerful one that we're gonna do after the break.
Yeah.
So we're gonna save that for break. So y'all sit tight. It's Dean Edwards, it's Venus, it's Iris, and Tanya in the building.
Yeah.
Yo, we're going to come back after the break. Stay tuned. Listen, stay on the Dean Edwards Show. We'll be right back on the Digital Podcast Network.
Hey there, todos. Lorena Jorge here. Want to hear this Dominicana speak her mind? Then check out the Latin Dish podcast exclusively on Digital Podcast Network.
Yo, we're back. This is the Dean Edwards Show. I'm your host, Dean Edwards. And before the break, we were talking to Tania Gunadi. So, Tanya, let me ask you this. Having read the book.
Well, not all of them.
Okay. You
It's
read
like 101.
Okay, well, you made it through at least 30, 40.
4.
Okay.
Because you gotta keep doing it until you are perfect.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
That's what they
That
say.
takes a lot of work and time. Wow. Right. So after reading as much of the book as you've read, give us 3 recommendations that make a good lover.
Okay. I think the first one is we gotta admit that we are probably not good in bed.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And so we would be open.
A little resistance
Well-
from Dean over there.
I feel so exposed.
Dean, just because your back was hurting doesn't mean you were good.
Okay.
So,
I won't take it personally.
don't take it personally because I don't know. We'll talk to your wife later. And so if you can admit that maybe you're not great, then you would be open to learning from a book, or
That's beautiful.
Or
I
someone
love
else,
that.
yeah.
I
That's
love
true, though.
that.
and maybe when you read the book, turns out you're already excellent.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you are good.
You saved that. That was very nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
So it's all about being humble.
Good
Right,
answer. Good answer.
right.
Good
Open,
answer.
open.
Number 2 is the willingness to try. Because sometimes, a lot of times, you tear a page and you're like, what? A sexy apron? No.
So don't judge it. Don't feel
Right.
weird
Right.
about
Just
it.
go and
Just
do
go
it.
for
Or
it.
like
I
what
like
you said
that.
earlier, shower?
Right.
No.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Something
I like
that.
it
Shower,
dirty.
though.
You're like, why am I
Right
not
when you come
shower?
home from work, I want it stinky.
So I guess the second one was that the willingness to try new things
Right.
because you can always say no later.
Right. True. That's true. That's true.
And the third one is to remember that a good lover is not always someone who's good in sex, but also the day-to-day, the romance.
Right.
and
Can you do the
love
dishes
life.
for
Right.
me?
Right. When you wish by a long period of time, sexiest thing you can say is, I got these dishes.
Oh, music to my ears. Oh my God. That's the biggest turn on I've ever heard.
Right.
Can you do I'll do anything for you. You do my dishes.
I got your
So it's a
motion.
lot simpler than I thought.
Ooh.
It's a
Yeah.
lot simpler.
Right. Well, sometimes don't we make things more complicated
Yeah.
than they need to be? Because I think on both sides, male and female, sometimes we tend to overthink things.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of if you're out there, you're listening, and maybe you've hit a wall in your relationship, in your love. Read the book, 101 Nights of Great Sex by Laura Korn. It might be corny or maybe it won't. Just like that joke.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Dean,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say sometimes by the time your relationship is stale,
Yeah.
usually the problem is not sex,
Right.
but it's something else.
Mm-hmm.
And the sex, I believe, is that it can only be fun after you fix the other stuff.
Dig it,
But a lot of guys, don't you think, sometimes guys think that, okay, so you're mad at me, let's have sex. Maybe we'll fix things.
dig it.
And girls, we are not like that. We wanted to,
I like
we want the
angry
love.
sex.
Well, we want to figure
Oh,
things
you
out.
want it?
Let me get some of my emotions out on you.
But
So,
but that
that's
also
a possibility.
That's the possibility is that every person is different, male
Yes.
or female. Every individual has a different perspective, and if you're in a relationship with someone, then you have to over time gradually figure that out.
Right.
And that only comes from communication and
Yes.
communicating with each other, having an open relationship.
But I love bringing these new things into the relationship.
yeah.
Now I want to get an apron and I want to, get
you're gonna
some-
be busy at the
I'm
99
telling
cent
you,
store.
get my candles and everything.
Well, there's that myth that, it's guys that like sex. It's all about them. But, women, we love sex too. And we want to be happy. We want to be satisfied.
Right.
So, I'm all
Definitely.
about this book.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple of pages.
Okay.
Rip them out.
I love that we're all just gonna be walking around with folders full of pages from a book. Y'all make sure you go out and cop that book. 101 Nights of Great Sex by Laura Korn. This is the Dean Edwards Show on the Digital Podcast Network. We'll catch y'all in the next episode. Venus, I thank you for hanging out. Iris, thank you, and of course Tanya, we appreciate you hanging out and hope for you to come back real soon to give us some more love and relationship advice, mama. All love, two fingers, your man Dean Edwards. Peace.